Artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning. These three terms have confused so many people, and considering the latest advancement in artificial intelligence, the confusion becomes more and more complex. Are you among them? Okay, let me unroll it for you. Hello, it's welcome back again. It's Vikram Singh and you're watching AI Venture. AI, machine learning and deep learning, these three terms often used interchangeably, especially when we're talking about big data. But why? Why these terms often used so interchangeably? Are they same? And what are these concepts that dominate the conversation about artificial intelligence? If they are different, then how they really are different? And today we're gonna unroll all of them. Let's do this. So, before talking about these three terms, let's first do what? Let's first talk about human, because this is what the main aim of AI. Through AI, we want to mimic humans. So let's first talk about us, me and you. Humans are super amazing. We're the finest creation of God. We went to moon, we went to space, now we're exploring this universe. Hey, here you see 9 planets. Choose anyone? I'll go to Mars. Hello guys, welcome to Mars. The weather is pretty cool. Now I'm a Martian. Okay, jokes apart. So we human have a capability to learn since from birth, and we are continuously learning. So indirectly saying, we are storing and processing this data in a God-gifted neural network, the brain. And the way we are growing, we are adding and upgrading this data continuously. So it's a process of continuously learning. The information that we process and learn from our previous journey makes us capable what? To communicate with the people, identify the situation and pattern, store the information, what people have said that particular time, and revisualizing it and taking a present decision based on that. In short, we can say that reasoning, speech, vision and decision are the most predominant capabilities that we human are equipped with. And how this all became possible? Just because of the previous information that is stored in our brain that makes all those things happen. And through AI, what we're trying to create? We're trying to create a system, a machine that could perform all these tasks the same way that a human did, that we did throughout our life. And we call this machine as artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a vision to artificially achieve human-like intelligence. On a general note, AI is subdivided into two branches. One is applied AI, which uses the principle of simulating human thought and carrying out a one particular or a specific task, like voice recognition, image recognition, pattern recognition, or creating new images from previous one, like using generative adversarial neural network to create new images. I love that. And the next one is generalized AI, which seek to develop a machine intelligence that can turn their hand in any particular task or any kind of task, much like as a person, like as a human. So simply saying, it's a broader umbrella under which we are trying to create an artificial system or artificial brain that can behave similarly as a human like us. And machine learning is a subset of AI, while deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So these are some actual facts of AI. AI, a vision to replicate human. Now let's talk about machine learning. Machine learning approach to achieve AI. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, originates in 1959, evolved from the study of pattern recognition and computational learning theory in artificial intelligence. Machine learning do what? It gives ability to the computer to learn from previous data and based on that previous data take the present action and without being explicitly programmed, like as we human did. Sometimes we revisualize our past and based on that we take a present reaction or present action. And machine learning at its most basic is a practice of using algorithms to parse the data and learn from that data and then create a prediction. And for that, machine is trained on a large amount of data. The data isn't directly fed into the algorithm. Firstly, there is a process called feature selection, and I think which is the toughest one in machine learning. Trust me, if you go through it, you know how tough it is. Sometimes it took you weeks or even months sometimes. So it's one of the hardest process. First we create a feature selection on that particular given data set. Then we fed the data directly to algorithm to create a model for prediction, and then we use it over test data set to create a prediction. So this is what something like machine learning process where we use to train our algorithm. Is it weird? It can be. And probably you are not aware about the fact that you're using machine learning almost everywhere. Think about ride-sharing app like Ola, Uber, how they determine the price of your ride instantly. Think about Google, how they analyze the traffic and predict your arrival time within seconds. Amazon's Alexa, Apple's Siri, Google Home, Microsoft's Cortana, how they recognize your voice. It's all machine learning which works behind the scene. So wherever you see a particular task that resembles human and performed by a machine or some other apps, that's called the machine learning. Now it's time for getting deeper into deep learning. Deep learning, also known as hierarchical learning, is a subset of machine learning where learning method is based on data representation and feature learning. Deep learning was meant to simulate the neural network found in our brain, and it essentially mimicking the human brain neural process. And the inspiration of deep learning came from neural network of brain. That's what the main thought process of the idea origination point of view for deep learning. It can taught to recognize images and classify them according to the element that image contains. And the most important thing for deep learning is that deep learning owes its effectiveness to the vast amount of data. It's data hungry. The more amount of data you have, that's more reliable model you're gonna have. Now, what could be the difference between machine learning and deep learning? Through machine learning, we can't handle that huge amount of data. Machine learning algorithms can't handle that huge or that vast amount of data. And a great example came in my mind is Google AlphaGo. Google created a computer program that can learn to play abstract game called Go, a game known of requiring sharp intellect and intuition. By playing against professional Go player, AlphaGo deep learning model learned how to play at a level not seen before in artificial intelligence, and without being explicitly or without being told when it should take a specific move. It caused quite a stir when AlphaGo defeated multiple world-renowned masters of the game. Not only could a machine grasp the concept and abstract aspect of the game, it was becoming one of the greatest player of all time. And today, whatever the words we are hearing about AI, all because of the deep learning, the intuition of neural network. Now we are about to finish. Before we finish, let's just recap all these differences between machine learning, AI and deep learning. So AI is just a bigger picture, artificial intelligence is just a bigger picture of machine which deals with the vision, someday a machine that behave or works similar as a human. While machine learning comprises a set of algorithms that use to parse the data and learn from the data and take a one informed decision based on that particular data or that particular data that it is trained on. And deep learning goes another deeper level and can be considered as a subfield of machine learning. While both deep learning and machine learning falls under the broad category of artificial intelligence, inspired from the structural and functional behavior of brain that can learn and make their decision on its own. Hopefully this deeper edition will clear up your basic doubt regarding machine learning, AI and deep learning. And now I need to go to work on my own deep neural network. You guys need to do what? You just have to go and hit the subscription button, and if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button, share with your friend, and start working on AI because it's your turn to learn about it. Thanks for watching. See you next video.